For much of the world, Samoa is imagined through a familiar South Pacific picture. White beaches, coconut palms, and brilliant blue water beneath an endless tropical sky. But turn away from the coastline, and another Samoa begins almost immediately. These islands were created by volcanoes rising from the Pacific, leaving behind rugged mountains, lava fields, rainforest valleys, and coastlines, shaped by waves traveling across thousands of kilometers of open ocean. The beaches are spectacular, but they reveal only the outer edge of the country. The journey begins on Upolu, home to most of Samoa's population. From above, villages follow the coastline, while green mountains rise through the center of the island, creating a landscape where the ocean is almost always visible beyond dense tropical vegetation. On the northern shore lies Apia, Samoa's capital and largest urban center. Markets, churches, government buildings, and neighborhoods spread beneath forested hills, offering a very different introduction from the isolated resort imagery often associated with Polynesia. Yet even around the capital, Samoan identity remains strongly connected to village and family. Fa'a Samoa, the Samoan way, describes a social and cultural framework built around extended family, community obligations, respect, and long-standing traditions. Travel outside Apia and that structure becomes increasingly visible. Villages often center around open communal spaces and churches, while family compounds and traditional open-sided fail create a distinctive rhythm along the coastal roads. Leaving the north coast, roads begin climbing into Upolu's volcanic interior. The temperature softens, settlements become thinner, and dense vegetation closes around routes crossing the mountains. From higher elevations, the scale of the island suddenly becomes clear. Forested ridges descend toward narrow coastal plains, while beyond them the Pacific stretches uninterrupted toward the horizon. Heavy tropical rainfall feeds countless streams flowing from these mountains. Water disappears through dense vegetation before emerging along cliffs and valleys as some of Samoa's most spectacular waterfalls. Papapapaitai Falls drops dramatically into a deep, forest-covered gorge in Upolu's interior. Seen across the valley, the waterfall appears almost suspended against an enormous wall of tropical green. The surrounding terrain tells the deeper geological story. Upolu is built from layers of volcanic activity, and erosion has gradually carved valleys and channels through rock created by eruptions over immense periods of time. Descending toward the southern side of the island leads to one of Samoa's most recognizable natural landmarks. To Sua Ocean Trench appears as a brilliant pool of seawater enclosed by steep walls and dense tropical vegetation. Its almost circular form seems artificial from above, but the landscape is entirely natural. Seawater enters through underground connections with the nearby ocean, creating a striking meeting point between volcanic geology and the Pacific. The color can be extraordinary. Deep blue and turquoise water sits beneath hanging vegetation, while the surrounding land opens toward a coastline shaped by cliffs, reefs, and powerful ocean swells. Continue along southern Upolu and the familiar tropical beaches return, but now they appear within a much larger landscape. Forest-covered mountains rise behind the coast while reefs create protected lagoons between the island and the open sea. Villages appear repeatedly along the road, often occupying land that has remained connected to families and communities across generations. Samoa's landscapes cannot easily be separated from these customary relationships with land. Traditional fail remain one of the country's most distinctive architectural forms. Their open design reflects both climate and communal life, creating spaces that blur the boundary between household, village, and surrounding tropical environment. churches are equally prominent. Their towers rise above many villages, reflecting the enormous influence Christianity has had in Samoa since its arrival during the 19th century. Yet Christianity did not erase older structures of Samoan society. Instead, religious practice became deeply integrated with village life, family responsibilities, and systems of leadership that continue to shape communities today. This combination gives Samoa a noticeably different atmosphere from destinations where tourism has created separate zones largely removed from everyday life. Here, visitors frequently travel through communities rather than around them. Farther along the southern landscape lies Pupu-Pu'e National Park, where rainforest protects part of Upolu's rugged volcanic interior and coastline. Trails cross dense vegetation before reaching dramatic coastal environments where lava formations meet the open Pacific. Waves strike black volcanic rock, while forest grows remarkably close to the edge of the sea. The contrast is a reminder that Samoa's lush appearance hides a much more violent geological origin. Beneath the vegetation are layers of hardened lava produced by volcanic forces that continue to define the shape of the islands. Eastern Upolu becomes quieter again. Coastal roads pass small settlements, plantations and stretches of reef, where shallow water glows turquoise before meeting the darker Pacific beyond. Offshore, small islands rise from the lagoon, adding another layer to a coastline already divided by reefs, channels, and volcanic headlands. From the air, this side of Upolu reveals Samoa at its most cinematic. Mountains filling the interior, villages tracing the shoreline, and an enormous ring of tropical water surrounding almost everything. But Upolu is only half of the story. Across the Apolima Strait lies Savai'i, a larger island with fewer people, longer stretches of undeveloped coastline and volcanic landscapes that remain impossible to ignore. There, black lava fields cut through tropical vegetation, ocean water explodes through volcanic rock, and rainforest covers an interior that feels dramatically farther from the modern Pacific world. And as the ferry leaves Upolu behind, Samoa's hidden paradise becomes wilder. Across the Apolima Strait, Savai'i rises from the Pacific as a broad volcanic landscape covered in tropical green. It is larger than Upolu, yet considerably less populated, creating a quieter island where villages, forests, and lava fields dominate the journey. The coastal road follows much of the island, passing small communities beneath coconut palms and forested slopes. Beyond the villages, the interior rises gradually toward volcanic highlands that reveal how completely Savai'i was shaped by eruptions. That history becomes impossible to miss around the Saleaula Lava Fields. Here, black volcanic rock spreads across the landscape, created during eruptions of Mount Matavanu in the early 20th century. The lava transformed communities and agricultural land as it moved toward the northern coastline. Today, hardened flows remain visible across large areas, their dark surfaces creating a dramatic contrast with the tropical vegetation slowly reclaiming them. From above, that recovery is remarkable. Green plants spread across fractured lava, while forests surround the edges, showing how quickly a tropical ecosystem can begin covering a landscape once transformed by volcanic activity. Savai'i's geology becomes equally dramatic along its southern coastline. At the Alofaaga Blowholes, powerful Pacific swells enter channels beneath hardened lava and force seawater upward through openings in the rock. The result is a coastline that seems to erupt with the ocean itself. Columns of spray rise above black volcanic terrain before falling back toward a sea whose constant energy continues reshaping the island. Move inland and the landscape changes again. Fresh water descends from Savai'i's wet interior, feeding streams and waterfalls surrounded by thick vegetation. At Afu A'au Falls, water drops through tropical forest into a clear pool below. It is a softer landscape than the lava fields, yet both were created by the same combination of volcanic terrain and Samoa's humid climate. Beyond individual waterfalls lies an interior that remains heavily forested. Roads become fewer, settlements concentrate closer to the coastline, and enormous areas of green rise toward the island's central volcanic highlands. From the air, Savai'i feels remarkably spacious. Forest covers ridges and old lava flows, while villages form narrow bands beside the sea, emphasizing how much of the island remains dominated by natural terrain. That forest is also part of Samoa's ecological isolation. Native plants, birds, and other species developed across islands separated from continental landmasses by thousands of kilometers of ocean. But isolation also creates vulnerability. Invasive species, habitat change, severe storms, and a changing climate can have disproportionate effects on ecosystems confined to relatively small islands. Around Savai'i's northern and eastern coasts, villages return between stretches of forest and agricultural land. Fishing, farming, and family life remain closely connected with both customary land and surrounding waters. The reef is often visible just offshore. Waves break against its outer edge, while protected water lies between reef and village, forming a natural boundary that has shaped coastal life for generations. This relationship between land, reef, and community reaches far beyond Samoa. Across Polynesia, societies developed within an oceanic world where islands separated by immense distances remained connected through navigation and voyaging. Samoa occupies an important place within that wider history. Language, genealogy, and cultural traditions connect these islands with other Polynesian societies spread across one of the largest cultural regions on Earth. Long before European ships entered the Pacific, navigators traveled between islands using detailed knowledge of stars, currents, winds, and waves. The ocean was not simply empty space between communities, it was the route connecting them. That perspective changes the way Samoa appears on a map. What seems remote when viewed from a continent becomes part of a network of islands whose histories have always extended across the sea. Between Upolu and Savai'i, two smaller islands make that geography visible on a more intimate scale. Manono sits within the strait as a small inhabited island surrounded by reef. With no cars dominating everyday movement, settlements follow the shoreline beneath dense tropical vegetation. Paths connect villages while the sea remains constantly present, reinforcing how closely island life can be shaped by limited land and surrounding water. Nearby, Apolima creates one of Samoa's most dramatic aerial landscapes. The island is the remains of an ancient volcanic crater rising steeply from the sea, with towering green slopes enclosing a small settlement. From above, its shape is extraordinary. The ocean surrounds a natural volcanic fortress, while a narrow opening provides access into the protected interior. Apolima is a fitting final image because it compresses Samoa's entire geological story into one small island. Volcanic creation, tropical vegetation, human settlement, and an immense Pacific horizon. By now, the beaches that introduce the journey feel like only one layer of a much richer country. Upolu revealed mountain roads, rainforest, waterfalls, and villages where Fa'a Samoa remains visible in everyday life. Savai'i added another scale entirely, with lava fields, volcanic coastline, and large forested interiors stretching beyond its coastal communities. Manono demonstrated how island life can continue within remarkably limited space, while Apolima revealed the volcanic forces underlying the entire archipelago. Together, these landscapes explain why Samoa cannot be understood simply as another tropical beach destination. The beauty is undeniable, but it exists alongside a living culture in which family, village, land, and tradition continue to carry enormous importance. It exists within islands created by eruptions, altered by cyclones, and surrounded by an ocean whose conditions have always shaped life here. And today, those islands face another period of change. Rising seas, coastal erosion, and increasingly complex environmental pressures are forcing Pacific communities to consider how landscapes occupied for generations may change in the future. Yet Samoa's identity has never depended on a single landscape remaining unchanged. It has been built through adaptation, to islands, to oceans, to outside influences, and to the challenges of living far from continental landmasses. Perhaps that is why the country feels so different once the journey moves beyond the beach. The postcard begins with turquoise water and palms, but the deeper story is found in volcanic mountains, village communities, rainforest, lava, and the extraordinary Polynesian history connecting Samoa with an entire ocean. It was never hidden on some distant beach. It was the world behind it.